welcome to our volunteer fair video. We've created this short film to give you a bit of an insight, to show you what volunteering can be like, what opportunities are out there. We've got some promotional videos from some of the organisations which have stands here today, which give you a bit more information about their organisation and what volunteering roles they have to offer. We've also got an interview with a volunteer to sort of share a personal insight into what volunteering can be like, some of the highs, some of the lows. And we've also got a short volunteer Q&A where I answer some frequently asked questions from volunteers. I hope you'll find this all useful, and please don't hesitate to come and have a chat to us at any point if you have any more questions.
The reason I volunteer here is because it's inspiring for me, and it's something that I've never done before. What I thought is just a shop, but it's a little bit more than that. It's not only selling products, you're meeting older people, you're meeting disabled people, people that need help, actual people that need help, actual help. And you're not only just selling them products, you're signposting them to another charitable organisation that can actually give them the help they need. Giving a little bit of myself and hoping that I'll have a bed in heaven for my wrongdoings. This is like a new career move for me, and it's something I really enjoy doing. I didn't enjoy doing what I did before. I think it's a lot to do with being happy in the environment that you're in. And I was in too many environments before and getting too frustrated. So now I'm happy helping people. I think I've, how would you say, I've found my purpose in life. There's a lot of people in employment that are unhappy doing what they do. And I think if everybody did a little bit of volunteering first in any type of job, they would at least be happy in the employment they would gain and gain payment for. Everybody should try volunteering, even if it's for 1 hour a week. That helps a great deal to the charity. I think charities should give, within limits, the volunteers good training and what they need and what they ask. They'll try to employ, without discriminating, all types of disabilities. So if you have a disability, whatever it may be, I'd like to hire you and give you a volunteering chance to gain more experience, not only in administration but in life. A charity can't run just on funding. It needs volunteers to help them. So you can spread out the costs, and not only that, with volunteers helping, you can make your organisations much stronger and larger by having volunteers. That's my feeling on it, or my take on that. People who are seeking employment, or even if you are in employment, there's no reason why you shouldn't volunteer, and never give up if you're unemployed. So the one way of not giving up socially or mentally in your mind, and a good physical experience, is to get yourself out of the house and get yourself a volunteer job for 1 or 2 or 3 or more hours a week. Just any organisation. It doesn't have to be a charity shop like most people feel. Even large firms are hiring volunteers. You can work for nothing if you wish to. And if you're good enough, they will pay your fares. But at the same time, it's a skill set on your CV. At the end of the day, that firm might even employ you. So yeah. I say never give up and keep on trying and do volunteer. 5 years ago, I had an accident, motorbike accident, which the type of work I did, I couldn't be employed anymore because it took too long for me to recover. And after 2 years, I was at the lowest of feelings that you could get, and somehow, I don't know how, I met this person in the volunteering centre, and they said they could get me into employment, which I thought would be real paid employment, but it was a volunteering job, a volunteering role. But that role, it enabled me to get out of the house because I was just gaining weight. I was gaining weight and I wasn't doing the exercises anymore that the doctors and the physios said I should be doing on my legs and arms because I had injuries from a motorbike accident. And that work, just getting on a bus and getting off a bus, was a struggle for 1 year. But after a year, after say 13 months, I recovered and I threw away the walking stick, which I did have a walking stick, and I threw away the pads that I had for my arms and for my legs, and I could walk and move again. But that wouldn't have happened if I just stayed at home without employment, because you feel once you're unemployed and once you're injured, you feel dead to the world. You feel hopeless, nobody wants you anymore, you see. So volunteering saved my life.
I'm here with Varb and NCS, and we're just in Red Hill asking you what you think volunteering is. So do you want to get involved and tell us what you think volunteering is? So we've got a board with us where it says what you think volunteering is, and we want everybody to get involved within the community and tell us their opinions, because we're trying to raise awareness for the charity called Varb. So get involved and get along.
Volunteering can help with skills, it can help with job prospects, and it can help you make new friends.
When you hear volunteering, what do you think?
I think about getting members of the community involved into different activities, either charity or fundraising, or volunteering to get elderly people mobile, volunteering to help disabled youngsters or people doing things.
I think the opportunity to volunteer at the Brigitte Trust gives you a phenomenal training in self-awareness, in empathy, in the ability to listen. Those are transferable skills that will serve you well in your personal life. Frankly, they're skills that the workplace is crying out for. Every line manager would want to have those skills and be able to extend them to their teams and their colleagues. So it gives you a preparation for life, it gives you a preparation for work, and it gives you a sense of doing something profoundly meaningful. I don't think that there are many opportunities to volunteer that give you such a rich experience.
The word support springs to mind, being a volunteer for the Brigitte Trust. It's supporting a client in so many ways, so I think that is my great thing. Also, it's being with someone at a very difficult time in their lives, and perhaps I'm the one person they want to talk to, somebody who's independent, who won't judge, and it's just there for them on a regular basis. They know I'm going to turn up, they know I'm always going to be there for them.
The training at Brigitte is, I have to say, sort of second to none, and I think when I came for a kind of open day discussion about it, one of the things that really struck me was the commitment to creating a kind of cohort. So for 12 weeks you meet, it's the same group of people, you really bond, you connect, you form friendships.
The Brigitte Trust caters for the terminally ill, and really those are the people who really need our help. And my most recent client, who's a quadriplegic, he can't go out anywhere, he's totally incapacitated, I should say. He can only move his head, and I help him writing his emails, or actually he dictates to me, and I key in the emails and send them off to his friends and relatives around the world. And so that's the only contact he gets from the outside world, apart from his carers who come in about five times a day.
So in my volunteering role, one of the main things that I'm providing is an ability to sit and listen and be alongside my client while she's exploring her life and making sense of her life. And some of that is listening as she relives the heyday of her youth and things that she feels proud of, but also listening when she talks about things that have made her life difficult or challenging or painful. And I remember on the training we were told, in many cases, silence is your friend in a volunteering role with Brigitte. The ability to sit and really actively listen to somebody's story, it's very, very special.
Yeah, it gives me satisfaction that I'm giving something to the community. That's the whole reason I became a volunteer. I've been with the Brigitte Trust for 3.5 years, and I intend to stay as long as I'm capable of being a volunteer.
My family were very anti me doing this because they thought I'd get too involved and it would be very, very depressing. I can assure you it's not. I don't ever feel depressed. I just feel that it's a privilege, that's all I can say, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Belonging to Brigitte Trust, we have this wonderful backup with support we have monthly meetings, we have area organisers that place us with clients, we discuss if we've got any problems. So we're never left on our own. That's how I feel. It's a joint thing. It's an organisation within an organisation actually, because there's such caring people that work for them.
The Brigitte Trust is always looking for volunteers, special people like you who want to make a difference. Just 4 hours each week is all it takes to help people and their families facing the huge challenges of life-threatening illness. Our volunteers provide emotional support and practical help at home at a difficult time. For more information, please visit www.brigittetrust.org or call us on 01 306 88 1816.
Hi everybody, it's Alice from Varb, and today I'm off to visit Debbie and some of the volunteers at the Downlands project. Let's go.
My name is Debbie Hescott. I'm the Business Development Officer for the Surrey Countryside Partnerships team. We have 3 partnerships, Downlands, Lower Mole and Surrey Heathland, and today we're out with the Downlands partnership. We do practical conservation volunteering, essentially supported by volunteers, all across north-east of Surrey and into Croydon and Sutton. This is Alan Brown, my colleague. He is the Senior Project Officer for the Downlands partnership, and he looks after the staff and the volunteers who come out in that area. So over to you, Alan.
Thank you, Debbie. As Debbie said, my name's Alan Brown. I'm the Senior Project Officer for the Downlands Partnership. Today we're working with the volunteers, and we also have a work experience student with us, and this is the Chipstead Downs. And specifically today we're working in what is the nuttery, which 100 years ago was a walnut orchard that was grown for the rich and famous of the Chipstead area. And I don't know what else to say.
Oh. That wasn't bad.
I'm Matt, I'm the project officer. I'm the task leader today, looking after all these lovely volunteers. And we're doing a bit of clearance among the trees that we planted some years ago. We're always looking out for new volunteers because our volunteer numbers are a bit low at the moment. We really want people to come out and enjoy the countryside, get fit. You don't need to go in a sweaty old gym. Come out and enjoy the countryside and do lots of exciting things.
Hello, my name's Sean Grafferty. I am the grazing officer with the Downlands Partnership, and we help to manage chalk grassland areas, which is a very rare habitat, and we only have 1% of it left in Surrey areas. We run this service using grazing livestock, which are the traditional ways of managing this grassland, mainly using sheep. We also have cattle and goats, and obviously these animals need some looking after. We check them one day a week, and the rest of the week we're out doing other things. And then so on those other days we rely on really dedicated stock checkers to go out and check that our animals are really healthy and safe on site. Quite an independent role. People go out when it suits them, so we have a lot of people with jobs that do it. Also we provide informal training just to make sure that people are comfortable with what they're doing, and always on call as well, so any questions. We have a pager for livestock emergencies, and yeah, we have about 80 stock checkers altogether, and hopefully see you soon at Urban Shepherds. Thank you.
My name's Hannah and I'm here on a week's work experience. Every day is different. Yesterday I was cutting down trees, today I'm working in the nuttery, and it's great fun.
I'm Dave. I've worked here as a volunteer for about 6 months, and it's great fun, much better than working in the city like I was before.
Right, hello, my name's Heather. I've been volunteering again for about 6 months. It's a great group of friends, we have fun, it's also lovely to work in such beautiful surroundings, and it's just doing your part.
Hi, I'm Connor Harrison. I've been an apprentice with this project for over 2 years now. There's some amazing work we take on. We do a lot of tree work in the winter, and then in the summer we'll do path work, benches and a lot of other things. I've really enjoyed it. It's built my confidence, and I've met really nice people.
So this is Daisy. I started in the beginning of the year and it's really going fantastic. Really enjoying it. I'm learning so much and getting a lot of experience. The main reason I wanted to get into this was the wildlife. So I was working for a couple of years at a wildlife rescue, and I wanted to do a lot more for them out in their habitat. So they do a lot of habitat management, which gets it back to how it should be for the wildlife. And yeah, volunteers, they're fantastic. They come out in all weathers, don't they? They do, yeah. Really good. We also offer corporate group volunteering as well by arrangement. So we try and get all ages and everybody out and about enjoying the countryside and learning how to manage it and seeing how it benefits the wildlife, the flora and fauna. We run a regular task programme every week throughout the year. We have scheduled tasks on Tuesdays, Wednesdays and Thursdays. We do also do some weekends. We tend to do one Sunday a month, sometimes twice a month. So that's obviously, we can have people who come out to work in the week, might like to come out and join us at the weekend. We do have quite a regular stalwart crew on the Sundays who really enjoy it, so we'd welcome more people. We do move around the county, so some people like to come out just where their local site is, or come out every week and try a different site. So it's really something for everybody. You can just come out whenever you like, there's no fixed commitment, so just come out and give it a try.
I had a great day today at Downlands visiting Debbie and the team, so thanks to everyone there. That was great to find out what you've got going on. If you'd like any more information about volunteering, either with Downlands or we've got many organisations that we promote at Varb, get in touch with us at volunteer@varb.org.uk, or you can give us a call on 01737 762 115. Also, we do drop in on Wednesdays, so you can come by any time from 10 to 2 and have a chat with us in person. Thanks for watching.
lights in the dark. Let's go insane, 'cause we got a spark. The dead don't dance and we say dance. You can't stop the dance. The dead don't dance. Why you walking around when your heart's on the ground, with your head in the air and your crazy stare? Are you looking at me? No, it cannot be, 'cause the dead don't dance. The dead don't dance. It's the only way to feel alive. Feel the bass through your feet, through your soul and revive. The dead don't dance and we say dance. You can't stop the dance. The dead don't dance.
My name's Carmel. I used to be a GP and decided to set up the garden when I had to leave work for my own mental health problems. The idea for the charity was very simply that we'd create a space that felt safe, could be made beautiful, could be productive, so people would have the benefit of those things, and as a result of that have an increased well-being. So the garden couldn't really be better situated. It's beautiful by virtue of being safe and enclosed. It's old red brick. People feel very sheltered and protected as they arrive. But then we've also got the aspect looking out onto Box Hill, which is second to none and just means people are surrounded by beauty the whole time they're here. So the attitude of inclusivity is really, really important. Everybody who comes will have a contribution to make. So for those who are working on the garden, we're adamant that it doesn't become a mental health garden or a physical need garden. Anybody who approaches us and can see how the garden could work for people are more than welcome to attend. So once people have visited the garden and got a sense that it's somewhere they'd like to come, we'd invite them to come to either our morning or afternoon sessions. The sessions all have the same format in as much as we tend to gather around this table, have a cup of tea, coffee. As people start arriving, there's always homemade cake, which is integral to people's happiness. And once we've met, we tend to gather around the shed where there's a blackboard with all the tasks for the day listed. And the tasks tend to be written in terms of hardness, so people who maybe can only complete something sitting down, there's always something for them to do. But there is an understanding that some people will come and actually getting here has used up all their energy, and sitting and just enjoying the space is still going to have a benefit, and that's perfectly acceptable. We did need to spend any money we had really wisely, and the one thing we purchased was a composting toilet, which looks like a normal toilet and is usable and accessible for everybody, and that's really important if you're elderly or if you're infirm or anxious, to know that you've got a decent toilet on site. Because people are only volunteers, we're trained in safety aspects, but there isn't any professional support in terms of people's ill health, which it's very relevant for people when they're referring to bear in mind. As long as people feel better as they leave the garden than they did when they arrived, then the garden has done its job.
my name is Alice and welcome to our volunteer Q&A, in which we answer frequently asked questions by you guys, the volunteers. How much time do I need to volunteer? This totally depends on how much time you would like to offer and how much time you can afford to offer. In many ways you can volunteer as frequently or as infrequently as you would like. We have a huge range of opportunities, some which you could do for a couple of hours a week, a couple of hours a fortnight or a month. You can volunteer on an ad hoc basis, or you could volunteer for a one-off opportunity, which might be a couple of hours, half a day or a day at a time, and that will be the only commitment required. So there are lots of options there. Can I leave if I don't like it? Absolutely. Volunteering should benefit both you and the organisation, and if you feel like you're not getting anything back from it, or if you're not enjoying it, that's absolutely fine. You're giving your time for free and it's important that you feel you're getting something back from that opportunity. Many organisations will ask you to come along for a preliminary chat or an induction, which can often be a really useful way of sort of seeing if you think the two of you are going to get on well, it's going to be a good fit. Do I get my expenses paid? Some organisations will offer to pay expenses. This could be stuff like travel expenses, parking, and refreshments, but you should always check that out with them first. And if they are going to cover those expenses, you'll need to keep the receipt. Can I claim benefits whilst volunteering? Yes, you can, although there are some rules that you'll need to be aware of to ensure that your volunteering doesn't affect the benefits you receive. If you would like more information about this, please come and have a chat with us or get in contact at volunteer@varb.org.uk. Do I need qualifications? No, you don't need qualifications to volunteer, although in some cases an organisation might be looking for a certain skill or specialism to fill the requirements of a role. Some volunteering can also be accredited, so you can actually work towards a qualification. Some opportunities will also give you training, and in some cases they might ask for a longer time commitment because of the training that you will receive. And you could also volunteer as part of your work experience sometimes. Can I volunteer from home? Yes, there are opportunities that you can carry out from home, although these tend to be more admin, phone or IT based volunteering opportunities, but yes, you can do that if that suits you. How old do I have to be to volunteer? Many organisations will offer volunteering opportunities for those aged 16 and above, and some from age 14. You can volunteer if you are younger than 14, although you'll need an adult with you for that, and there are far less roles available if you are under 14. And some organisations will require you to be over the age of 18. Can I volunteer with my family or friend? Yes, in many cases you could volunteer with family or friends, so long as you both fit the requirements of the role, and it also depends on how many volunteers the organisation are looking for. But yeah, in many cases I'd say it's probably more the merrier, so it's great if you do want to volunteer as a group. I've got a criminal record, can I still volunteer? Yes, you can, but this depends on the role. A lot of organisations will require their volunteers to be DBS checked, but this is always free for volunteers, and not all organisations will ask that you have a DBS check. Even if you do have something come up on your DBS, it depends what this is and how long it's been since. And what the organisation are looking for and what the requirements of the role are. I feel I need some extra support to volunteer. Is this possible? Yes, absolutely. My colleague Chrissy McDougall runs the Aspire project, and she can offer you help on a whole range of things. This could be attending interviews, planning journeys, loads of stuff like that. Please get in contact with Chrissy if you would like to know more about this. Her email is chrissy@varb.org.uk. I have no references, can I still volunteer? Yes, you can. Not all organisations ask that you have references, and even if they do, these won't always need to be professional, they can be character references, so just not your family. And yeah, that's all the questions for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if this has got you thinking about something, or if you have any more questions about volunteering, please come and have a chat with us today. Thank you so much.